Most people believe appearance is about genetics, fashion, or money. The Stoics knew better. They understood that what ruins a person's appearance often has nothing to do with the mirror. It happens quietly, daily, internally. Your face does not age first. Your habits do. Your posture does not collapse suddenly. Your discipline does. Long before wrinkles appear, something else shows up. Tension, neglect, restlessness, inner disorder, and people feel it before they see it. Stoicism teaches that appearance is not decoration, it is expression. The body reflects the state of the mind. When the mind is scattered, the eyes lose clarity. When the mind is anxious, the face tightens. When the mind lacks control, the body follows. These changes happen silently, so silently that most people never notice until the damage is done. They try to fix it with products, with clothes, with shortcuts. Stoics fixed it at the source. They knew that certain invisible behaviors slowly destroy how you carry yourself, how others perceive you, and how you perceive yourself. This video is not about vanity, it is about self-respect. Because according to the Stoics, a person who neglects his inner order cannot maintain outer dignity. There are 10 silent things that erode your appearance without making noise. They do not announce themselves, they simply accumulate. And once you recognize them, you can reverse their effect. Stay until the end. Because learning what silently damages your appearance will not just change how you look, it will change how you stand in the world. Before the Stoics spoke about appearance, they spoke about control. They believed that the body does not deteriorate first. The mind loses order and the body follows. The first 2 silent destroyers work this way. They do not attack your face directly. They erode the structure beneath it. Silent thing number 1. Constant inner tension. Most people walk through life with a clenched jaw, raised shoulders, shallow breathing. They call it stress. Stoics called it lack of command. Inner tension never stays invisible. It tightens the face. It hardens the eyes. It shortens the neck. It bends posture forward. Over time, this tension becomes your default expression. You may not notice it, but others do. Stoics understood that a calm mind creates a composed body. When the mind is constantly reacting to opinions, to pressure, to imagined threats, the body enters a permanent defensive state. This defense shows as a stiff walk, a closed chest, a restless gaze. No product fixes this. Only inner regulation does. Stoic practice. The Stoics trained themselves to release tension deliberately. Slow breathing, relaxed jaw, lowered shoulders, not as relaxation techniques, but as signals of self-mastery. A Stoic appearance begins where inner resistance ends. Silent thing number 2. Neglect of posture and movement. Stoics believed posture reflected character. Not arrogance, not dominance. Alignment. When posture collapses, it is rarely because of weakness. It is because of fatigue, distraction. Lack of bodily awareness. A slouched body communicates uncertainty, disengagement, submission to gravity. Over time, posture reshapes the neck, the shoulders, the face. Your head drops forward, your breathing shortens, your presence shrinks. Stoics trained their bodies to move with economy and intention. Every step measured, every movement deliberate, not stiff, not exaggerated, controlled. Why posture must be trained consciously. Modern life encourages collapse, sitting too long, looking down constantly, moving without awareness. Stoics countered this by treating the body as a visible extension of reason. They stood upright, not to impress, but to remain alert. Posture was not cosmetic, it was functional dignity. Why these 2 silent things are the most dangerous. Inner tension and poor posture reinforce each other. Tension pulls the body inward. Collapsed posture feeds mental fatigue. Together, they age you faster than time ever could. They make you appear less present, less confident, less grounded, even if you are capable. Stoics corrected these first because they knew fixing the foundation changes everything built on top. The Stoic shift, critical. At this stage, something changes. You stop asking, how do I look? You start asking, how do I carry myself? This shift alone improves appearance more than external effort ever could. Presence replaces performance. Stoic rule to lock. In a composed body is the consequence of a composed mind. If you want to change how you look, start by restoring inner order. The Stoics believed something uncomfortable. Most damage is not dramatic, it is repetitive. What ruins appearance is not one bad habit. but small daily neglects that compound silently. The next three destroyers work this way. They seem harmless, normal, even justified, but over time, they reshape your face, your energy, and your presence. Silent thing, number 3, chronic mental scattering. A scattered mind creates a scattered appearance. Constant switching of attention, endless stimulation, never being fully present. The Stoics warned against this long before screens existed. They believed a mind that jumps constantly never settles, and a body that never settles never looks composed. Signs of mental scattering appear physically as restless eyes, inconsistent facial expression, nervous movements, lack of stillness. Stillness is attractive, not because it is calm, but because it signals control. A Stoic trained himself to do one thing at a time, not because multitasking is evil, but because fragmentation shows. Why scattering ages? When the mind is overstimulated, sleep quality drops, facial tension increases, recovery slows, the face loses sharpness, the gaze loses depth. You may be young, but you look tired. Stoics believed restlessness is visible long before exhaustion. Silent thing, number 4, poor sleep discipline. Stoics did not worship productivity. They worshipped sustainability. Poor sleep erodes appearance quietly and brutally, not just through dark circles, but through dull skin, sluggish posture, reduced facial symmetry, irritable expression. Sleep deprivation keeps the nervous system activated, and a constantly activated system cannot look relaxed. Stoics respected sleep because they respected function. A body that does not recover cannot carry dignity. Stoic view. On rest was not indulgence. It was maintenance. They slept with routine. They woke with intention. No chaos. No excess. Sleep stabilized the face before any external care was needed. Silent thing number 5. Neglecting basic self-care out of busyness. Stoics despised excuses disguised as importance. Neglecting grooming, hydration, cleanliness, and basic maintenance does not signal dedication. It signals disorder. Appearance does not require luxury. It requires consistency. When you neglect the basics, skin loses vitality, hair looks unmanaged, clothes sit poorly on posture. People interpret this as low self-respect, mental clutter, inner neglect, even if you are capable. Stoics believed caring for the body was an act of responsibility, not vanity. Why basic care matters so much? Because the body is the container of action. A neglected container reduces performance and presence. Stoics maintained the body to keep the mind sharp, not to impress, to function. The Stoic connection between number 3, number 4, and number 5. Mental scattering disrupts sleep. Poor sleep reduces discipline. Reduced discipline leads to neglect. The cycle continues quietly, until one day you look in the mirror and feel unfamiliar to yourself. Stoics broke this cycle early by restoring order first, not appearance. The Stoic shift, critical. At this stage, you stop chasing attractiveness. You start restoring coherence. Mind aligned, body maintained, habits consistent, appearance improves as a byproduct. Stoic rule: to lock in. What you tolerate daily reshapes you permanently. Order restores dignity. Neglect erodes it. At this level, Stoicism stops discussing habits and starts revealing identity-level neglect. The final 5 silent destroyers do not just affect how you look. They affect how you are felt, and people always feel you before they judge you. Silent thing number 6. Chronic negativity and complaining. The Stoics warned strongly against this, not because complaining is immoral, but because it is visible. Chronic negativity reshapes the face. It creates downturned expressions, hardened eyes, a permanent look of dissatisfaction. Even when you are silent, your face speaks. Complaining trains the facial muscles to rest in tension. Over time, your neutral expression looks irritated, even when nothing is wrong. Stoics understood this deeply. A complaining mind cannot produce a composed appearance. Stoic practice. They practiced voluntary restraint of speech, not fake positivity, not denial, just refusing to rehearse dissatisfaction. Calm is learned, and calm shows. Silent thing number 7. Lack of purpose and direction. Nothing dulls appearance faster than aimlessness. When a person lacks direction, the eyes lose focus, the posture loses intent, the walk loses energy. Stoics believed purpose creates inner tension of the right kind, not anxiety, but direction. A man with purpose stands differently, moves differently, looks different. Purpose aligns, gaze movement, expression. Without it, the body drifts. Why this is silently destructive. People sense when you are not anchored. Even if you dress well, even if you are physically fit, lack of direction shows as emptiness. Stoics believed meaning is visible. Silent thing, number 8. Disrespecting your body through excess. Stoicism is built on moderation. Excess always shows. Too much. Food. Alcohol stimulation. Comfort excess softens posture, slows movement, and dulls facial sharpness. Not immediately. Gradually. Stoics believed the body reflects restraint. Restraint creates clarity. Clarity creates presence. Stoic view on discipline. Discipline was not punishment, it was protection. A disciplined body carries authority without saying a word. Silent thing, number 9. Emotional reactivity. Quick anger, defensiveness, impatience. These emotions do not stay internal. They create micro-expressions that slowly become permanent. Raised eyebrows, tight lips, hardened jaw. Stoics trained response delay, pause before reaction, breath before speech. This single habit preserves facial calm and body control. Why reactivity damages appearance? Because instability is felt instantly. People trust calm faces. They avoid volatile ones. Stoicism creates emotional economy. Less reaction, more presence. Silent thing, 10. Lack of self-respect in private. This is the most important one. How you treat yourself when no one is watching becomes visible when everyone is. Neglect in private creates disorder in public. Stoics believed self-respect is a daily practice, not a performance. They maintained standards alone, so they never had to perform confidence outside. The final Stoic truth about appearance is not built in front of mirrors. It is built in silence, routine restraint, purpose. You cannot fake presence. You cannot buy dignity. They emerge when inner order is restored. Final Stoic rules. Lock these in. Release inner tension. Restore posture and movement. Focus your mind. Protect sleep and recovery. Maintain basic self-care. Eliminate chronic negativity. Live with direction. Practice moderation. Master. Emotional response. Respect yourself privately. Do these quietly. The world will notice without explanation. Final Stoic closing. According to the Stoics, a person's appearance is not decoration. It is testimony. Testimony of how they think, how they live, how they govern themselves. If you restore order within, your appearance will follow naturally. No effort, no performance, just presence.